An eyebrow up. You can. You very much can.
I can only do that one, though.
You very much can do it, though.
I cannot do the right eyebrow. I can only do the left eyebrow.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't do
you're a
either one.
full, genuine, all eyes up or down.
I have to do the whole thing. I can't be.
Jeez, you were saying it gets stacked after one round, and you were correct. Immediately now we're going in from that hot set to dezly versus, I don't even, Superhead, Davy. I genuinely don't remember what his tag is.
What the tag is.
It says David down there, so I'm going to go with Davy.
Davy.
Or David. Does he want David?
Or David.
What did he sign up in the bracket as today?
Superman spider head. This is head.
Production said, "I'm just gonna let you see it when it comes up."
That's concerning.
So that is concerning on multiple levels.
That's extremely concerning.
I can tell you, I know that the min is dezly. Get ready to squint. Oh no!
Even if I squint, I won't be able to read it. You know my eyesight's not up to that.
That's all right. I'll
look. I'm gonna lean in. I want us to discover this together
at the same time. All right, we're not looking at the game. So
game one, dezly on the min and on the Pyra Mythra.
Superman Duperman head.
Isn't that the McElroy podcast?
Is it Superman Duperhead?
So I want you to leave it as Superman Duperman head regardless. It is correct.
Now, for all of you at home, when you are selecting a tag that is meant to represent you, there is I feel like a syllabic limit that you should reach.
4 is a stretch. I will say 4 is a stretch. I have 3, and I regret that.
I am a big fan of IBDW changing to Cody or Schwab.
Cody Schwab. Even that's 3, but that's his full name, too, and it's only 3.
And
that's good.
And it's beautiful. Schwabe!
Dezly, ding, great. Awesome, right? Superman Duperman head. Extremely loud, incorrect buzzer.
Yeah. Not to say anything about his gameplay, because Superman Duperman head sure is killing it in the game right now. He is doing his damnedest.
He sure is killing. I'll give
it
it up.
Every time I want to talk about anything that Davy is doing, I must derail the entire
You mean
scenario.
Superman Duperman head?
Correct. And that,
I don't know who Davy is.
I feel like when I was trying to make that point, I was trying to not derail my own point by bringing up his own tag, which... Good Lord, by the time I've got done saying his tag, we're 3 situations later.
Remember what I was saying earlier about Kyle's pronouns being he/him because he is him? I sure am glad that Superman Duperman head has pronouns so that we don't have to keep saying it over and over.
Yeah, that is true.
Thank God pronouns exist.
Yeah, he is playing the game.
Yeah, we could say he instead of Superman Duperman head. But I will say, Superman Duperman head not able to bite into this stock quite yet. 143 on dezly has not gone down yet.
That's cheating. That's cheating.
How could you do that to him, Superman Duperman head?
Oh, that's also cheating. What am I supposed to do about this? He's going to run out of regrabs. He's going to run out. He's gone. He's
excellent call out right there by Superman
Duperman.
I feel like we're giving him what he wants, and that's what hurts me about it.
You know what? That's fine. He's done this for a reason. We're going to give him what he wants.
You know, what more could you want than best of 5?
Dead? He does not have a jump. He does have a jump. It's gone now, though. Oh. It's gone now, though. The early up special to interrupt the yoink back in.
What a snipe by Superman Duperman head.
My God. He sure what does Superman do that is something that I can relate this to?
He Duperman head.
He sure Duperman headed him. What does that mean?
I now need an edit of the Iron Giant going Superman Duperman head.
You know, I don't want that. I love the Iron Giant with all of my heart. Top 3 favorite films of all time for me.
Do not desecrate it with this.
I do not ever want to think of the Iron Giant saying Superman.
You know,
Superman.
It's got to be YouTube poop style, though, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be Superman Duperman head.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, This is what he wanted out of his experience, I'm sure, what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel a little bad for dezly.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dezly. This isn't your fault, but you're
But
here.
you are collateral damage.
Now, I need to see dezly turn things around so I can just talk about how dezly is crushing Superman Duperman Head.
Yeah.
I really wish he would just pick a different color.
I'd like to be able to focus on what dezly is doing for syllabic reasons.
Yeah, I feel like he being Superman Duperman Head, I feel like he would be less obnoxious to me in this scenario if he picked a color that wasn't just hideous.
You don't like Watermelon Mythra?
No.
Valley Girl Pyra?
No. I don't like it.
But
Not even for like they look this like the other one reason, because I don't care.
You just think they look bad?
I just don't think it's good. I like the one that looks like Custom Robo.
You talking about the blue one?
The one where they both have like a very similar blue-white.
Yeah, the blue one. Yeah.
Blue, red, white, blue fit.
I like that one because Pyra looks like my favorite Pokemon character, Skylar.
That one's true.
I had a moment where I saw somebody playing that ult, and I was like, I had a moment where I legitimately was like, is that Skylar from Pokemon? Is this a modded setup? And then I was like, oh, no, it's not. That's just what that looks like. And that up smash looking excellent from Superman Duperman Head.
Oh, we're back here, aren't we?
We are.
We are back here.
Big damage.
I got to get my Duperman head back in the game.
It's Superman.
Gotta get my Superman Duperman head back in the game. Because I am losing it right now.
Now,
you know, the Red Bull fridge today was completely out of Red Bull when I arrived, so I have nothing to blame.
For this set in particular, that is tragic.
Yeah, it's tragic for two reasons. One, I feel like I need that energy. And two, I feel like I have nothing to blame this on. My apologies.
I need Red Bull to help me with this one. If only because saying Superman Duperman Head takes so much energy.
How did that miss?
dezly had already committed, I guess, to downward angling.
Not like how did he miss. I feel like dezly executed and the game decided, nope.
I guess well, the thing is that the Superman Duperman Head did take the high recovery there, right? And dezly was trying to cover the low recovery, right? If you try to drop down and up B, but knowing that was not the way to get back to stage, deft maneuvering, but dezly will be in the lead, only to be batted away by Superman Duperman Head to even it up 1-1, at least from a stock standpoint.
Now down.
Saying it's evened up at 1-1 has other connotations.
Correct. It is one stock to one stock, but the game count is, as you would expect, 0 for dezly and 1 for Superman Duperman Head.
Living up to the name. Well,
Superman Duperman
Head.
Have you ever?
We have commentated too many sets together.
Have you ever? Have you ever gone to the website Feed the Head?
No.
Is that something familiar to you? I don't even know if it still functions because I think it was probably like a Flash thing.
Probably a Flash thing. It sounds like it.
But it is something of like a different. If anyone at all remembers Feed the Head, please don't just like comment in the Twitch chat. I will miss it. Please at me on Twitter at @TheRyanNeighbor, and I want to know who else even remembers Feed the Head. It was a genuine like experience on the internet.
I'm sure. Many things of the era were. Just like watching Superman Duperman Head's Aegis has been an experience for us thus far. And to fight against it, dezly as well. I think one of the problems for dezly right now, you know, one of the reasons that he's down 2-0 is that when he wants to think about adaptations, he's got to, it takes longer to think it, right? Because normally you're like, oh, Davy's going to jump back and forward here, but now he has to think, oh, Superman Duperman Head's going to jump back and forward here. Right. By the time that you've gone through that process, you could have thought about two things Davy was going to do.
And in fact, by the time that you get the thought out, you've already been hit by the forwarder.
Exactly. This is a mind game, even, from Superman Duperman Head, who has now been taken back to Pokemon Stadium 2.
Deciding that Battlefield was not the pick. And, you know, just from a against Sword character perspective, I don't love Battlefield, but maybe. I mean, it's really good for... It is really good for Min also. But I think Pyra Mythra gains a lot there.
Yeah, I mean, Sword characters just historically, right? They're able to cover platforms in the way that others can't, right? But You know, we will have to see dezly really get the big damage. That's been the problem for him, and he is able to get it.
Superman. Oh.
Superman head.
Man, the wind out of my sails, 3 syllables in.
See, whereas like you would have been able to finish that thought if we were talking about Davy.
Yeah.
And I don't know who Davy is. That's just an example name. Obviously.
Davy Crockett?
Sure.
Had the raccoon tail hat.
I usually think of the
Remember
Metal
the
Gear Solid
Alamo.
3. Nice down smash by dezly, though. Love
Superman, Duperman head, more like Superman, Duperman
that.
dead.
Dead.
Am I right, fellas?
Got him.
Oh, my goodness. I wish that we had restocked that fridge.
You can always go walk over to the corner store and grab one.
I can't. No, I mean, I could.
You could. But will you?
Maybe.
Look, if we got more Superman Duperman headsets, we got to keep saying that name.
Oh. dezly, I
might need it.
Now I don't know if I want the reverse 3-0 or if I want him to lose off stream. No bias.
I have no bias at all. Look, I'm along for the ride.
This is the ride. When do we get to the ride?
Well, Superman Duperman head being taken for a ride right now. Got those charged up arms for dezly too, who is looking to make a fine meal out of this stock, but again, missing that coverage.
Ooh, down smash.
Nice.
Oh, that was a choice.
Yeah, the charge forward smash, you're way far away from even having to worry about that blazing end. Once again, the high recovery, though.
Makes it back, though. The drift and the little bit of fast fall makes it through the chroma dust.
Superman Duperman head needed to go lower with that up B to cover and finish out that stock, but it was a little bit too antsy. And we do go down to last stock.
We saw this exact scenario last game. Last stock, just about 0%. But Superman Duperman head starting things off hot.
Oh, second forward air could have been huge. Love the chroma dust to cover the recovery back as well, though.
Oh, just gets clipped right before the release. Unfortunately, not going to be able to catch Superman Duperman head.
A great spacing from that player on that recovery.
I hate
as well.
That player is less syllables.
That's not that uncommon.
No, I mean, before.
That's less syllables than MK Leo.
Yeah, but you'll just say Leo.
That's true.
You know, that's the other thing. If you're thinking about picking a tag, pick one that can be shortened in a way that doesn't bother you. Because people will shorten it, whether you want them to or not.
Like, for example, if I saw this tag multiple weeks, I'd be calling this guy head.
I'd be calling this guy, this guy.
This guy. This guy.
And we got this guy. Not to be confused with this guy, who is another player in Texas.
Sure, yeah, or some guy.
Yeah.
Who is a very talented player, even.
Oh,
air dodge in. Procs the foresight.
Foresight, what I wish Davy had when he selected his in-game name.
Oh, he had plenty of foresight, I can tell you that much.
Unfortunate.
Making it back, and love the neutral get up right there as well, knowing that dezly was going to go for an aggressive option.
I thought that dezly was facing Superman Duperman head and could have got the up smash, but he was not and could not. But then he gets the up smash now, and dezly puts one on the board. 1-2.
You can put it on the board, yes! Yes! I peaked the mic so hard that it scrambled me.
I love turning to my left and seeing Kubota's face when they peek the mic and realize, oh, I've made an error.
I wasn't even trying to be that loud.
No, it's just, you know, sometimes things just happen. Things fall apart.
I did. Shout out to Conquo. We haven't talked about Conquo in a while.
I miss talking about that guy.
Oh, God.
A man and his yams.
Shout out to Conquo. Dude, looking at you also having, like, this shocked face, but the moment you looked at my face, you just started laughing.
I could not help but laugh. God bless.
Ugh.
Yes, back throw him, who I will refer to player 2 as for the rest of the set.
saying your Pyra and Mythra is less syllables than Davy's tag.
I hate that. I hate that. Oh no! Him is edge guarding.
So conservatives think pronouns work. Oh my gosh! Him forward smash so strong.
Oh.
The Pyra and Mythra forward smash.
Oh my god.
Yaldi.
Him recovering from the ledge and beginning a string.
Him so talented.
Him juggling. Him doing a pretty good job of juggling right now.
Dezly getting all up in he face.
Well, him face.
No, he face.
It's just I'm just doing him.
It's just him.
I am not conjugating.
That's that deep up B that I was talking about the last time we saw that, by the way, because earlier
Him.
Superman Duperman head.
More like Superman
Went for it.
Superman dead. He is up 2 stocks to 1. Him is up 2 stocks to 1.
More like dezly.
Oh, come on.
That's word salad.
You can do it, Dezly.
More like
I feel like the wind has
syllabic salad.
I feel like the wind has been taken out of Dezly's sails almost as much as it has been taken out of mine.
And mine.
In this
Both of our sails.
Whoa, wait a minute!
Yo, he's got the, wait a minute!
He's got a back throw and a dream, hold on!
He could have the win!
Oh, he missed the grab! Oh, hold on, everything falls apart. Things fall apart.
Down there. No, it doesn't lead to anything. That's the big forward smash, but nothing.
That is too far.
Nothing doing for the Pyra and Mythra main.
Has to recover once more. No!
He gets caught by the Flame Nova. The Pyra and Mythra main taking it. That being Superman Duperman head. And after saying that tag, somebody can go back and check probably at least 60 times
Too
between
many
the two of us. We're going to go to a break. We'll be back in a minute.
I need a break.
I
I need